Hello and welcome to Chill Game Build, the channel where you come to chill and where I play video games, build Lego and repair gadgets. This is Series 2, Episode 4 of my build and review series. In the last episode, I built this, set 31113, the race car transporter. And in this episode, I'll build and review this, set 42151, the Lego Technic Bugatti Bolide. It was released in December 2022, and currently at time of recording it is still available in stores and online. It retails for £44.99 here in the UK, and it contains 905 pieces, which works out at about 5.0 pence per piece, and has an age recommendation of 9 years and up. Here are my opinions of the Lego Technic Bugatti Bolide, set number 42151. Hopefully this video will give you a little extra to consider if you are thinking about purchasing this set. I will start with 3 things that I like, followed by 3 things that I dislike about this set. Then I will rate it based on build experience, play experience and value for money. And finally, I'll give my overall verdict. Starting with what I like about this build, and the first one is how easy it is to handle. So lifting the set and the play features I find are designed really well. I can lift the set from pretty much anywhere and I'm pretty confident that it's not going to come apart. It's got a solid base as well, so you can really handle the set from the bottom. There's loads of areas to grip the set, so that's really good. Really like that design. I've got no major concerns about pieces falling off. I was worried about the tail lights here, these 4 trans red saber blade pieces coming off, but those are secured really well. They're only held into place each on one connection point, but those are very secure there. Okay, some areas can be a little fiddly. The rear wing is a bit wobbly here. You've got the splitter that wobbles around a bit as well, and the top of the lights. Also the roof scoop does like to tilt from side to side, and the front bumper has got a bit of movement too, but nothing too concerning. There's not much falling off. The only culprit really is this module here, which has popped off a couple of times. It does stick out a little bit and it's only held on by those 3 studs there, but other than that there's nothing really coming off this set too easily, even if you throw a bit of abuse at it. The scissor doors are designed really well, so they're hinged on a single Technic pin, and as you can see they've got good articulation there, and I like how they just go in between the A-pillars here to open up like so. And again, yeah, this set looks really nice in that sort of pose. I mentioned that before when looking at the pictures, but in real life it looks really good too. And the other play feature being the hand of God steering, so really easy to use up there, and it's got a good amount of turning in it. So yeah, really nice, really well put together that. It's simply, there's a axle piece that runs down with a few joiner pieces, and then of course it runs across there. You can see that moving when I turn the wheels like so. And you can see under the bonnet just there how it works. And one more bonus about the bonnet lifting is we can actually take off the Hand of God steering pieces and store them just there. That closes up as if it wasn't even there, and now we've got an even more sleek looking model, which is perfect for display now. I think just removing that makes it look even better. So yeah, really nice set. The second major thing that I like about this set is the satisfying engine rumble, or rattle should I say. It's built from the bottom up in the first bag, and it consists of these cone wheel pieces that run along a single axle, and they're all positioned at a different angle each along the axle. So that enables the Technic pins to move up and down in some form of synchronization. With the Technic pins, obviously there's 8 on either side. You build them in a single row across 2 beam pieces, and then fold them at a joint to create the 2 banks of pistons. And yeah, that's done on both sides. So yeah, really like the engine design there. It's really fun and interesting to look at as well. And the last thing that I like about this set as a major like would be how good looking in person it is. So I did mention that a moment ago, but yeah, definitely really nice looking set. It looks a lot better in person than it does in the pictures. So yeah, the pictures and videos don't really do it justice, but when you have got this set in your hands or you're looking at it in real life, you can really admire the beauty of it a lot more than what shows in the pictures. It's very eye-catching, so it's a good shape. It's a 1/16 scale. We've got the bright yellow on top of the black, which is really nice, and obviously the lights look really good on the back. There are a lot of stickers, but they are nicely detailed. So those are the likes. What do I dislike about this set? Well, the first one, being quite a major one, is the amount of stickers. Here is the spent sticker sheet, and I actually counted, there's 35 numbered stickers. There's actually 47 individual stickers in this set. So for example, sticker number 20, we've actually got 8 of those, and they span the rear splitter, so they go on either side of these bracket pieces. We've also got 7 stickers on the interior of the car, so there's a couple on each seat and then on the dash display as well. And it's a shame really, because you can't really see them all too well from inside the car. I find that I have to take it out to really get a good view of those stickers. My second dislike would be the hollow front end. So as you can see here, I've just changed it up slightly. I've utilized the 2x3 panel pieces on the ends here, just place them there, and it sort of fills it out a little bit more. Imagine those are still there, but I just feel that just helps the look of the model. I don't know about you, let me know what you think about that. But yeah, I'm not too keen on how gappy the front end is, so I'll just put this back to how it was supposed to be. Okay, and we are back to normal. So yeah, definitely looking at it now, there's just a loss of form really. You just have to sort of use your imagination, I suppose, and really try and picture what they were trying to achieve here. It's also kind of fiddly when handling. So what I mean by that is, when we're lifting this, sometimes this one will come up with it, sometimes it won't. But I do find myself often having to readjust that. Actually, I think I might have just found the sweet spot. As long as this piece here is locking that down, then it won't give these a chance to lift like so. So yeah, it looks like we might be good with that one actually. But definitely looks a little off for me on the front end. Just like I said with my first impressions, especially from the side angle. Looking at it top down, it's not too bad. Just about get away with it in person, in pictures and on videos. might not look as nice. And another thing with the front end are the wheel axles. So on this side here we can see that the wheel axle is sticking out. On the other side I've actually pushed the wheel out so it doesn't stick out, but unfortunately doing this will cause the wheel to bite, so we do have to have it pushed in all the way. So it's a shame really, since the 4 long Technic pieces, the 4 long Technic axles that I used here are just too long by half a beam width, and of course a 3 length axle piece would be too short to achieve what they've done here. One good thing I like about the front though, as I mentioned earlier, is of course the bonnet storage, so that is nice to have like that. And the third thing I dislike about this set is it's unrecognizable, if I'm being honest, for me at least anyway. Initially I'm not too familiar with the original car, I'd never really heard of it, and I do like my cars. I wouldn't say I'm a huge enthusiast, but I pay attention to new cars and things like that, so sort of keep track, so to speak. No pun intended there with the track. Definitely not a massively familiar car, at least in my opinion anyway. So when looking at this, I'm not even too sure how it was supposed to look. I had to do a bit of research and Google some pictures and videos about the real car and get an understanding of what it really looks like to be able to compare it to what this model looks like. And of course, it's difficult to replicate those smooth edges with Technic pieces. And for the scale, I think the designer had to meet a particular scale, otherwise I think it could have done with being a little wider, which would have made it more true to the real thing. It just feels a bit too narrow and tall, like everything's been squeezed in and it's lifted it up a little higher. Not sure if you can really get the idea of that on the video, but definitely when looking at it in person, its form, its shape doesn't look quite right compared to pictures and videos that I've seen of the real thing. So yeah, those are my 3 dislikes. Let me know what you think as well. Let me know what you liked about the set and what you don't like about the set. Be keen to see what you have to say too. So how would I rate this set? Well, for the play experience, I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. It's a pretty solid build, so you can give it a bit of a bash around and you don't need to be too gentle with it. You can knock it around, you know, take it round corners and things like that. Nothing's really going to be coming off this too easily. The Hand of God steering is a nice feature, so good fun play feature there. Works as intended. Turning circle is quite large, but it's enough to be able to get around and turn the vehicle around, etc. I'm pleased with the engine sound as well, so when driving this vehicle around, I love that noise of the engine. Might not be to everyone's taste, but for me, I do really like that sound. It's very satisfying. The doors work smoothly as well, easy enough to lift and close. But it is a shame you can't really access the interior. In that 3D render video, they showcased it. They showcased the steering wheel being maneuvered, but it's a little too tricky to get in there. I haven't got the biggest of hands and I'm struggling to get my hands and fingers and thumbs in there to, you know, maneuver the steering wheel if I were to play with it, I guess. Maybe small fingers will be fine. So yeah, a 4 out of 5 on the play experience. It is an enjoyable build to play with for kids and adults alike, really. For the build experience, I'll give this set a 3 out of 5. So the build took a little over 3 hours. I was taking my time. I did it all in one sitting and it was quite exhausting. I think I would have been better off doing this in 2 sittings rather than 1. Experienced builders will probably be able to complete this in under 2.5 hours maybe. So it consists of 4 bags, and in bag 1 you start building the base, the central part of the base, and we install the seats. And it ends nicely actually with an interesting build of the engine. In bag number 2, the highlights are the dash and the steering mechanism. So the actual mechanism down here is put together. In bag 3, the build starts to take shape. We build the front bumper and put the cover on the engines. For the engine cover, it actually consists of the 2 biggest stickers and the 2 smaller stickers from the sticker sheet. So I would have definitely preferred to have seen prints, especially on these round 1x1 tiles, since I was quite unlucky with the alignment on those. In bag number 4, you get an onslaught of stickers with well over 20 to apply. There's loads on the splitter, which I mentioned, and you know, just other details around the vehicle. It's interesting how everything comes together at the back. So we have the top spoiler here, which lines up perfectly with the sides. They're not actually attached together, it's just held on by this part here. The lights are secured well, they're held on very well, just at the single point of connection there. And the exhaust tips are interesting because they're actually held on by a 3 long black rod which passes through the Technic pins. It's really interesting to see that technique there, and they come out nicely. And just down at the bottom here we've got the splitter, which is brick built with a combination of tile pieces for a very smooth finish. So yeah, 3 out of 5 for the build experience. Nothing too astonishing. The engine and steering is nice, but what lets it down for me is the sheer amount of stickers. For value for money, I'll give this set a 3 out of 5. I feel the price is reasonable for this set. It is a licensed model and it has good display value. There is a lot of detail to marvel at, and the play value is also good. We have wheels, of course, functioning steering, the doors work, there's space inside the cabin and under the bonnet for storage. So yeah, really nice. It retails for £44.99 here in the UK and contains 905 pieces, so that's 5 pence per piece. In the States, this set retails for $49.99, which works out at 5.5 cents per piece. According to brickinsights.com, for Lego Technic sets, the average is 12 cents per piece and $46.02 per minifig. Of course, not a lot of minifigs in Technic sets. So this Lego Technic Bugatti Bolide gets a 3.3 out of 5 overall from me. The play features work well. The engine is especially interesting to construct and marvel at. It definitely looks a lot better in person, so it makes for a great display model. I would recommend this set if you are into Lego Technic and hypercars. Thanks for watching my build and review video. If you made it this far, you may have noticed I've done a couple of things slightly different to my previous episodes, as this is a continuous work in progress. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment and subscribe. I would really appreciate your feedback so I can continue to improve the quality of my content. This has been Chill Game Build. Stay tuned for the next one. Over and out. Peace.
you.